Here with me now is best-selling author, speaker, and relationship coach, Terry Bams. Pleasure to have you on the show, Terry. I'm real excited to talk with you because I hear you have a very interesting story. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
Tim, you know, everything, it started off by coincidence. My first book, my autobiography, The Model Womanizer, it started off as just supposed to have been a book for an ex-girlfriend to let her in on how my life used to be. And when I dedicated myself more to Christ, everything just took off from there.
You're not a journalist, right?
No.
What gave you that inspiration to write? A lot of people don't just write. A lot of times they've been keeping journals or they come from a journalistic background.
Right. First and foremost, I always have been a businessman. So that ambition kicked in and that determination to sit down and do it. I didn't seek any ghostwriters or anything, and you know, I have nothing or had anything but a high school education. So it was more sitting down, put my mind to it, and plus it was talking about myself and my life journey, so it wasn't too difficult.
Let's talk about this conference that you're going to be involved in, and it's about women. Now, you're not a woman.
Right.
You haven't walked in their shoes, and yet you relate to their stories very well.
Right.
Where does that come from?
That comes from that first book, The Model Womanizer. In there, I can contest and testify about being with hundreds of women. So I understand women like the back of my hand, and with you and I being men, we understand women as well. So on that side of it, that's how I can relate to them.
And then you have two other books that we see here that involve women.
Right.
I Married My Best Friend and 21 Laws of Dating.
Right.
Again, did you do research for these, or was it just about personal experience?
I Married My Best Friend as a spiritual self-help book. It was a book following the sequel of The Model Womanizer. More and more of my clients now, me doing relationship coaching, were begging for a self-help book. So I felt like I Married My Best Friend was a perfect title because when it comes to relationships, you should be with your best friend. And 21 Laws of Dating was the follow-up to I Married My Best Friend, just on the simple fact of structure, you know, giving people more of structure when it comes to dating. But I didn't want to write an ABC 1, 2, 3, 21 Laws of Dating book. It's more of a novel form. It gives you realistic things in life and not just telling you, you're a woman, you shouldn't have sex until marriage. But I'm more touching base on real life.
This conference will address single working moms and CEOs of companies. Sometimes it's the same. What answers are they all looking for? What answers are you looking to try and give them?
Well, people in general are looking for balance this day and age. I always like to relate balance with the biblical standpoint when God gave Adam Eve. Before he gave Adam Eve, he gave Adam a job and he gave him responsibilities. So when it comes to the balance at the conference, people are going to get from me the understanding of you have to get yourself together before you can approach or be approached by someone else.
Now you've written, again, we talk about The Mind of a Womanizer, I Married My Best Friend, 21 Laws of Dating. Which one do you hope really hit home with the readers in terms of the message that you're trying to get out there? And it comes from a spiritual background as well.
Well, for this day and age, the 21 Laws of Dating is by far my best book. And it's not because I wrote it, but that's what the people say.
Sure.
It's my best book because people can relate with it more. Whenever anything you do, you always will get some negative critics from it. But with that book, I have not got one yet. The Model Womanizer in the sequel is more that dark side of my life. It gives you that real life of me. So this conference, the 21 Laws of Dating, would be for it.
You're going to talk about the dark side of your life at this conference?
If they ask. You know, I'm not shy. The book was definitely enlightened to a lot of people, but I'm not shy about talking about my past.
Well, one day, hopefully, we'll see one of your books turned into a movie.
Hopefully, God willing.
Good luck with everything, and I appreciate all the information, and we'll look forward to your presentation.
Thank you.
All right, guys, and for information on how to get tickets to the Women on the Go Power Up Your Power Conference, visit their website at IamAWomanFirst.com. We'll be back with Jackie Hamilton, Chief Development Officer of Beyond Housing, after the break.